At the end of The Star Beast, the Meep, captured and in custody, declares that a creature with two hearts is such a rare thing. Just wait till I tell the boss. What do you think of my Meep impression there? No?
No, don't do that.
But who is the boss? We've got our theories, and some that might even tie into the Timeless Child. I know. Shocking.
A creature with two hearts is such a rare thing. Just wait till I tell the boss.
Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to my channel where I like to talk about all the geeky pop culture I like, including Doctor Who, and today we're talking about who is Beep the Meep's boss. Who are they? Who are they? Well, it could be one of these people. The Toy Maker. Okay, let's get the obvious one out of the way first. The Toy Maker we know is coming up as the sort of big bad in the last special of the David Tennant run. So it makes sense, doesn't it, that it could be the Toy Maker. And while I think that might make sense, it could be that the Toy Maker has engineered a lot of stuff going on since the Doctor's regeneration in order to manipulate him into this particular area and conflict that he's about to enter into. Maybe he arranged for him to meet up with Donna again. Maybe he put the Meep in his place. It does kind of make a bit of sense. But hold on just one moment, because there's a little snippet of the behind the scenes commentary that also got released alongside the Star Beast that may play into this. Because during the commentary, which involved David Tennant and two of the producers of the show, because during this commentary for the episode, which you can watch on iPlayer by the way, David Tennant is in conversation with two of the producers and asks the producers, do you know what this means when that line is said? They do, he doesn't. So if he doesn't, that must mean it doesn't get resolved in these specials, which means it carries over into Ncuti's first season. This is a bit like when the name Harold Saxon was littered around in a Christmas special before even the season that he was going to be in. It's a bit like that, which makes the likelihood of it being the Toy Maker a lot less. It still could be. Maybe the Toy Maker also carries on into the next season and we don't find out the connection between him and the Meep until next season. So it's still a possibility, but a lot less likely one. Let's look at some other possibilities. Could it be the Master? This one was my wife's pick. Now the question with this one is it too recent to the Master's last appearance, which was of course the episode preceding the Star Beast, The Power of the Doctor, which was a year ago now, so by the time the end of the season 1 of Ncuti's Doctor comes around, that'll be a good 2 years from. Is that too soon? Maybe, maybe not. Has the Master been overdone? It is one of those things where when you hear there's somebody manipulating things behind the scenes, your head kind of goes to the Master. If it is the Master, which one? My wife personally is hoping for John Sim again, because she particularly likes that incarnation in terms of how he portrayed it on screen. But it could be Sacha Dhawan, who continuing the role from where we left off, or maybe it's a completely new regeneration. Who would you want if it is the Master? Or could it be a different Master, the Master of the Land of Fiction? Credit to this theory goes out to Tin Dog Podcast, who proposed that given the Meep's origins are within comics, before he was adapted to TV, and comics are a form of fiction, this could be where he came from. It's an interesting idea. Will we be seeing other elements of fiction come into play? Potentially, the Toy Maker links into this as well. Maybe the Toy Maker has a wider, higher up boss himself. Maybe him and the Master of the Land of Fiction are of the same race. When the Doctor met the Meep in the Star Beast TV episode, he didn't recognise him, so we can presume that the events of the comic didn't happen to him when he was the 4th Doctor, as it did in the comics. That must be a parallel universe of some kind, I guess, so therefore it exists as fiction. Interesting to ponder. The next option is, of course, the Ronnie. It's always the Ronnie. There's a mysterious force without any evidence of what it actually is. People are going to guess the Ronnie. We are told by the Meep that the boss will be interested in another two-hearted creature, so could it be a different Time Lord, somebody else with two hearts? Perhaps one who likes experimenting on things. Maybe she's heard about the Timeless Child stuff and wants to experiment on the Doctor to find out more. It's the kind of thing the Ronnie would do. But talking of the Timeless Child, could it be one of the Timeless Child's race? This is going to be controversial, I know, but could this be one of the Timeless Child's race having emerged from a similar rift that the Timeless Child herself seems to have done into our universe? Maybe they're a race that exists in another universe, and another one has finally crossed over for the first time since the Doctor, the Timeless Child, did. And of course, if they're a two-hearted regenerating race, they'd be very interested in hearing about other two-hearted races. Maybe that's how they came into contact with the Meep in the first place. But they'd be especially interested to find a two-hearted race that can regenerate. I'm in two minds about this one. Part of me wants to know more about where the Doctor comes from, but another thinks that's too soon to unravel that mystery. I mean, one successful thing, whether you like it or not, that the plot did of the Timeless Child was that it did instill that mystery back into the Doctor, as it was in 1963, where we didn't know where the Doctor came from. We have that again. And that's an interesting mystery to have. There's this mysterious creature. Do we want to let it go so quickly? I mean, I think it's inevitable, as it was in the 60s, that we will gradually get drip-fed more information. You know, we found out about the Time Lords at the end of the Patrick Troughton episode, for instance. Before that, we'd found out he had two hearts. All this sort of stuff. So, we were drip-fed stuff in the 60s and beyond. And I have a feeling that will happen again. But is it too soon to start happening now? Part of me thinks it should be another good 10 years before we really find out anything about the Doctor's real race. Although Russell did say in a recent interview that he wasn't chucking out the Timeless Child backstory, so who knows? And of course, maybe the boss is Boss, the computer from the Green Death which controlled everything. That was human-made, so unlikely, but hey, you never know. What do you think of any of these theories? Do you think they're credible? Do you think they are who the boss is going to be? Or do you have your own theories? If so, let me know in the comments below. And I'll be back for more Doctor Who videos soon, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.